So in this part of this chapter, you will comment on the integral part, whether it is even number, odd number, or which kind of things. Means we will be giving you these kind of questions. Means I will be giving something plus something power n. You know that if you will expand this thing, so you will end up having some something plus something, means something point something, because you know that it's a complete number. So if we will put any power, it will give you integral part. But look at this, if you will focus on this part, you will have some integral part and you will have some fractional part. So if you will add, the answer will be something point something. Okay, so we have to comment on first part of something, whether this first part is even number, odd number. Okay, I hope you got the rough idea. So now look at this, how we will approach these kind of questions. So the idea is, what I feel ki just look at these numbers. Suppose that I am 4 and you guys are 5. Okay, so I am interested in finding some square. Right now the gap is what? Gap is 1. Now suppose that you have to find out the square. So if you'll find out the square, I'll become 16 and you will become 25. Now look at the gap. So gap got increased, correct? So if this thing is having big gaps, so if I'll talk about its roots, the gap will become smaller, correct? Now look at this thing. So what I will do, I will try to connect this with some other number. So we have 8. So what is the square of 8? 64. You have 3 root 7. What is the square of 3 root 7? So it is 63. So after doing square, the gap is of 1. Okay, so if you did square, then your gap is 1. So 100% the gap of this thing 8 and 3 root 7 is less than 1. Correct, wrong? Like previously what you have observed, 4, 5, 16, 25. So if you will focus on the square, so square wala part will have greater gap and the root wala part will have smaller gap. So this means this one will have smaller gap. Now right now the gap is 1, so the gap will become very smaller than 1, na? Correct? And also you know that 8 is bigger than 3 root 7. Correct? So what you have to do, first try to expand 8 plus 3 root 7 power n. Okay? So if you will expand, you will have what? nc0 and then 8 power n 3 root 7 power 0 plus nc1 8 power n minus 1 3 root 7 power 1 plus nc2 8 power n minus 2 3 root 7 power 2 dot dot dot. Now what I feel is, if you will expand this part, I know that we will have some integral part and we will have fractional part, because this is 8 plus something, so both are positive number. This is something point something. So if you'll add something point something with 8, you will 100% have an integer part and a fractional part. Is that okay? I hope till this part you guys are comfortable. Is that clear? Now look at this. So we got this situation. Now for time being, just forget about this part and try to connect with this 8 minus 3 root 7. So you know that the gap between 8 and 3 root 7 was less than 1. So if I'll expand this thing, don't you think you will have only fractional part? Because 8 square is 64 and 3 root 7 square is 63. So next number is 100% smaller than the first number. And after doing square, the gap is 1. So before square, gap will be smaller than 1. This means this component will only have fractional part. Correct? Okay. Now let's expand this one. So if we will expand, we will have the same thing, nc0 8 power n 3 root 7 power 0, then plus. Here it will become minus because the power is odd. So nc1 8 power n minus 1 3 root 7 power 1 plus nc2 8 power n minus 2 3 root 7 power 2 minus dot dot dot. Correct? I hope till this part you guys are comfortable. We have expanded. Okay. So now what we have to do, just do nothing. But what you have to do, look at this. I will rewrite everything. Okay. Now be super slow. Now I want you to eliminate, means whatever I will give you conditions, you will behave the same way. Just find a plus b power n and a minus b power n, taking care that who is bigger and who is smaller. Okay. Now the part is you have to eliminate the irrational thing. Okay, you have to eliminate what? Irrational thing. Eliminate irrational thing. Now look at this. Do you think this component will be irrational? No, because it does have nc0, which is rational number, 8 power n, which is rational number, 3 root 7 power even, it's a rational number. So this is also rational. Now look at this. This is 8 nc1 rational number, 8 power n minus 1 rational number, 3 root 7 power 1 is an irrational number. So this component is irrational. This component is rational because the power is even. Root 7 power 2 will become 7. So it is rational. It is rational. So we have what we have to do to eliminate irrational part. We have to add both the equations. Correct? So if we will add yellow thing and this pink thing, we will get integer plus fraction dash. I have taken this fraction to be different from this because both will be different. Okay. Yes, it is fraction, but among fraction also it will be different. No, one thing will be 0.8, second thing maybe 0.7. Okay. Now you will have 2 times the first component nc0 8 power n 3 root 7 power 0, nc2 8 power n minus 2 3 root 7 power 2, nc4 8 power n minus 4 3 root 7 power 4 dot dot dot. Correct? So this is 2 times. So don't you think it is integer? So integer multiplied with 2 will become what? 100% it will become even number. Correct? So can I say that I plus f dash is 100% even number, but we have to comment on the integral part. We have to find the behavior of I. Now be super slow. Just try to recall the property of fraction. Do you remember that fraction ranges from 0 to 1? And you also know that in this case 100% we will have some fraction. We cannot have 0. Although the range of fractional part starts from 0 to 1, but this fraction is non-zero number. Correct? Now done. Now look at this fraction. This fraction is also non-zero. Correct? Or you know that f dash ranges from 1, ranges from 0 to 1, but you also know that this fractional part is not, it cannot be 0. It can be something for sure. Okay, so we got this thing. We have fractional part plus fractional part dash. So just add both the things. So you will have 0 plus 0. This thing will be eliminated. F plus f dash is 2. So in the given room, you know that this is integer, this is integer. So 100% this person will also be an integer. So can you find an integer between 0 and 2? Exactly, 1. So can I say that I will be equal to even minus 1? So if you will subtract 1 from even number, 100% you will get odd number, no? So can I say that the integral part will be an odd number? Correct? So for this question, the integral part is odd number. I hope the idea is clear and you can solve similar questions. Okay?